Hi, welcome to Redesign Your Energy, Focus, and Mitochondria for a Prosperous 2024. What if there was a natural and organic way, no matter your age or genetics, to lose and keep weight off and have more energy? I'm sharing 3 secrets to do this. I'm so excited that you are joining me. There are no accidents, so welcome. Please share something you would like to learn more about in the comments section, especially if you may have a challenge or are confused about your options. I have dealt with energy issues, weight, and arthritis. A little bit more about me. I am a former nurse practitioner, and studied parasite detox with Dr. James Overman. I call him the parasite expert of the world. I am also a skilled emotion code practitioner, higher brain living coach, theta healer, and retreat facilitator. I started experiencing weight issues around my late 40s, and I was 25 pounds over what I was in my 30s. I've done many different strategies, and what I have learned is that most of them work for a while, but the ones that have lasting results must be incorporated as a lifestyle makeover. So to say, I am asking you to say no to fast weight loss and say no to just temporary fat loss and gaining it back. What I want for myself and you is something sustainable. Are you comfortable with your energy, your health? The number one factor for good health and longevity is being open and engaging in learning new things. If this is you, I want to meet you. I love making new friends. A stranger is just a friend whom you have not met yet, at least. So the number one factor for more energy and losing weight, like I said, is a commitment to yourself, to be open-minded and listen, and to believe that there are simple and effective solutions. In fact, I am a lifelong learner and believe in not giving up on ourselves. Thank you for your belief and your commitment to yourself. So what happens as we age, especially to women over 50? There are hormonal changes which affect us, and also more toxic food sources, including glyphosate contamination and toxic oils. These oils are often canola, corn, safflower, and soybean. And even if you buy organic canola oil, don't be deceived. It's not beneficial. So my number one secret for you for more energy and weight loss, I believe, is the timing of your food. Some call it intermittent fasting. And it is an important factor to help optimize our weight. Our ancient ancestors did not have access to food 24/7. So our genetics are optimized to have food at variable intervals, not every few hours. When you eat every few hours for months, years, decades, never missing a meal, your body forgets how to burn fat as fuel. Your body even becomes inefficient at burning fat. So even though you've got 10 pounds, 30 pounds, 50 pounds, or 100 pounds of fat on your body, you have difficulty burning it off. And one of the basic fundamental principles is that you cannot burn fat if you have a high level of glucose and insulin available. So yeah, we will drive high levels of insulin, and that drives fat storage. Another issue is that our ancestors had to go without a meal at intervals. Now we often consider 3 meals a day normal. I certainly did, and I bragged. I never skipped a meal, even when I was in childbirth. The key is to teach your body to be flexible, like that of a child whose body switches between burning carbs and fats easily. As we age, we need to teach our body to sort of relearn this. And maintaining low carb or a high fat and high protein diet is not safe in the long term. Low carbs all the time, and when our fat intake is higher than 30%, glucose will be made from your muscle, and it is not burned efficiently in your mitochondria, which increases something called lactic acid. The fat percentage limit for most healthy people is around 33%, whereas diabetics and the obese may need to limit their fat intake to 15 to 20%, per my sources, Dr. Mercola and Georgie Dinkoff. Your body releases cortisol to produce glucose from your muscle when your blood sugar is low. And cortisol breaks down your lean muscle and bones, brain to make amino acids that your liver then converts to glucose. And cortisol promotes inflammation. And that's not good. The best glucose for your body are complex carbs, such as fruits. And a lot of these fruits grow in tropical conditions. It could be oranges, tangerines, mangoes, melons, watermelon, grapes. Cooked starches are okay, such as potatoes or white rice. Avoid and minimize resistant starches, such as beans, grains, which can produce toxins in the colon. Most of us think of cortisol as the stress hormone, but that is not its primary purpose in the body. Its main function is to make sure your glucose never drops too low, as that could result in a hypoglycemic coma, which could kill you. Both low carb and fasting are great interventions, however, in the short term, for those who are overweight and metabolically inflexible. And I have tried both of them. But if you use them all the time, they can damage your metabolism and lead to health complications because they tend to cause elevations in cortisol, resulting in inflammation and lean muscle loss. Yes, we don't want to lose our muscle, and it's common thing that happens as most of us age. We just lose muscle. And there's a fancy word for it. It's called sarcopenia. Secret number 2. The body's fat cells store toxins. And we also have parasites. So these toxins are all around us today, and there's much more of them than ever before. Have you heard of Roundup or glyphosate? It is in most of our processed foods that contain wheat, oatmeal, and corn. If it's not organic, it is toxic. Releasing these toxins too rapidly can cause a crisis for the body, which can happen when a person goes on a short-term extreme fast. We need to clean the body up a little bit so that fasting isn't so harmful. Releasing toxins should be a gradual process supported by herbs, which are capable of removing them safely. Also, parasites are usually present in the body, and not just the gut, and they impair the body's ability to function optimally, resulting in chronic diseases, so many, such as heart disease, depression, cancer, autoimmune, and diabetes. There has been an explosion of autoimmune issues since the COVID shots have been rolled out also. So how does a person know if they have parasites? Most of us do, especially if you're 50 or more, older. Have you ever had an antibiotic or eaten food laden with pesticides? Have you consumed meat from questionable sources, such as restaurants or fast food outlets? I myself got a parasite from eating ground beef from the Jewel over 25 years ago. Your body can be compared to a car or your house. I've been in my house for 43 years. What if I only cleaned it once every 10 years? How often do you change the oil in your car? So how important is a liver cleanse or a parasite cleanse? And how often do we need to do this? And how many have even been properly trained in how to do this? I've been trained. Have you ever heard of Lyme's disease or Parkinson's? They are on the rise because of parasites and toxins. And certain parasites have a life cycle that includes a dormant phase. And most cleanses do not address this. So after the cleanse is done, the parasites will just spring back to life. So thinking of parasites is only in your gut is a myth. They are everywhere. Your joints, your brain, your thyroid. Oh my God. The most common one I find is fungus. So secret number 3 are your mitochondria. They are the powerhouses of energy and energy factories inside our cells. As we age, they tend to die off or malfunction. They also can be regenerated. Isn't that awesome? When the mitochondria malfunction, weight gain, and many diseases take over, including diabetes, cancer, and more. Every cell has over 100 mitochondria, and the human egg cell has between 100,000 and 600,000 mitochondria. Heart muscle cells have between 5,000 and 8,000 mitochondria each. Wow. Most of us give no thought to how they operate, and sad case is that doctors and most natural health practitioners have no clue. Why is this important? Because when we get on the treadmill of low energy, insulin resistance, weight gain, inflammation, we are a ticking time bomb of disease waiting to happen. It could be sagging skin, insulin resistance, frequent colds, even pneumonia, heart disease. Well, insulin resistance, meaning glucose can't get into your cell efficiently due to, one of the reasons is polyunsaturated fatty acids or oils that I mentioned, which is a root cause of chronic diseases, insulin resistances. It is only a symptom of a deeper problem. At the root, we find impaired cellular energy production in the mitochondria. Wow. So what causes the mitochondria to regenerate or become dysfunctional? My suggestion, step one for more energy is lack of quality sleep zaps your energy. And one of the main issues is spending too much of your day on the computer, especially in the evening, and even staying up too late at night. The computer or cell phone zaps our energy and can cause sleeplessness. It is best to stay off the computer after dinner. The other suggestion is to get to bed by 10:30 or 11 p.m. And that is because the sleep hormone melatonin is highest in the early evening, and falling asleep is easier when our melatonin levels are highest. Some people with insomnia find relief with melatonin supplements, but the best gift to up your energy is to limit computer time after 7 p.m. and to go to bed between 10 and 11 p.m. You can also use the blue blocker eyeglasses that they sell. If you'd like information, just message me or email me. So number 2, for more energy, do small fasts. Can you skip 2 meals a week? I have a special protocol to make this easy. And when done optimally, this promotes metabolic flexibility. How awesome. Which means your body can switch from burning fats, carbs to fats easily. Like I said, low carb is not good for long periods. It is best to cycle between low carb and healthy carbs. Another thing that you can do, we've all heard of it, is exercise. It can be any kind. It can be yoga, walking. I do the nitric oxide dump, and walking outdoors is one of the best, because number 4, to optimize your energy, is to get natural sunlight daily. Yeah, go outside and let that sunlight hit your eyeballs. Even in the winter and in cloudy conditions, let the sunlight just hit your eyeballs right in the morning when you get up, at least for about 3 minutes. That's all. Of course, the more sunlight you get, I think the better. So another way to optimize your energy, mitochondria, is cold exposure, cold showers, or a walk in the cold. and also heat saunas. Have you heard of Wim Hof? He has a lot of information about cold exposure and how it just regenerates things. And last, I recommend red light therapy. I recently gave myself a Christmas gift of red light therapy, and I'm sharing that with all my friends who would like to try it. It's really awesome. So red light therapy is part of the light spectrum. At the end of the spectrum it starts out with blue-green, I think, and it goes all the way up to red. So red light is right next to near infrared, and it has many beneficial effects on our mitochondria. It can help with pain. If you use a red light therapy device, it can help with pain. It can help release toxins and just regenerate your mitochondria. And other things that you can do. I have been using multivitamins for a long time without realizing that many of them contain synthetic forms of nutrients we need. And I've recently reevaluated this. So to up your mitochondrial energy and regeneration, copper is a secret ingredient that is critical to your mitochondria's producing energy. And what depletes copper? It could be excess iron in the cell. So this iron just is stuck inside the cell and can't get out. You could even be told that you are anemic by the doctor because your blood level of iron may be low, but the iron is there hiding, stuck inside your cells. Morley Robbins, in his book, Cure Your Fatigue, says that copper is a key mineral and responsible for the enzymes that power the energy production of ATP in the mitochondria. Copper causes longevity, and iron inside the cells make them senescent or malfunctioning. So what depletes copper also? High fructose corn syrup depletes copper. Yeah, you have to read the labels. If you consume, yeah, I don't consume fruit juices, but high fructose corn syrup is hiding in a lot of processed foods. And glyphosate is a Pac-Man for copper. Copper deficiency is related to insulin resistance, which is a key factor in fat storage. There's a lot of chemistry involved here, but I don't want to bore you. No. One thing I would like to suggest is that there is one food that is very high in copper, and that is beef liver. Grass-fed is best. So you can check out yourself more foods high in copper, but I've invested in grass-fed beef liver capsules as well as real beef liver. So I'm still looking for good sources of grass-fed beef liver. A lot of organic liver or just grass-fed meat is imported. I think only 10% of the grass-fed beef in the United States is homegrown, even less than that. Another important mineral that is important for our mitochondria is magnesium. It's used in the production of ATP and many enzymes that activate copper. So what depletes magnesium, vitamin A, and copper? I didn't know this. Excess vitamin D. You can Google that. So if you take vitamin D supplements, as I have been, it may be time to rethink this or tweak it a little. Vitamin D depletes vitamin A, which is also needed to produce ATP. Excess vitamin D slows down the mitochondria and can cause inflammation in the organs and tissues. And as I said, inflammation is the key driver of weight, disease, and stress. So what can we do? I suggest taking berberine and micro PQQ. As you grow older, your mitochondria undergo damage and mutations that affect their function. Another supplement, a way to support your mitochondria, is to eat foods high in NAD. That's a form of B vitamin. I think they call it vitamin B3. It's also called niacinamide. It's very good for your mitochondria. Also, consumption of polyunsaturated fats may be to blame for the decline in our mitochondria, our metabolic functioning. So niacinamide has very potent anti-obesity effects and helps to inhibit inflammatory PUFOs from our fat cells. Niacinamide helps prevent neurodegeneration, kidney disease, heart failure, reverse leaky gut, and according to Dr. Mercola, take only 150 milligrams a day, which should be maybe at least divided into at least 2 or 3 doses. And you can also regenerate your mitochondria through producing more nitric oxide. I do the nitric oxide dump. It's a type of exercise I'll be glad to share with you. And avoid mouth breathing. I have a family member who does mouth breathing, and it impairs your energy and can cause fatigue. And when you sleep at night, it can interfere with being fully rested. Also, I would recommend the parasite cleanse, toxin cleanse, to optimize your microbiome. There are 10,000 more bacteria and microorganisms in your body than you have cells. They are your immune system. And when they are beneficial microorganisms, you feel energized and well. When they are harmful parasites, they cause fatigue and diseases, like I mentioned. I have been trained to eliminate parasites with a comprehensive protocol from Dr. Overman, which eliminates all stages and heals damage to the body's tissue and organs. If you would like more information about this, please email me or call me or message. Because today the traditional focus is no longer on finding and eliminating parasites and toxins, but on drugs and surgeries to eliminate symptoms. I know I was a nurse practitioner. And I could go on about parasites, but I don't want to bore you. But I do want to share that Dr. Overman invented his own zapper. It was an improvement on Hulda Clark's zapper. And Dr. Overman, I call him the successor of Hulda Clark because he improved on so many things that she had learned. He helped him to go to the next level. And one of the key assets or benefits that he had over her, besides all her knowledge, was that he used muscle testing. So I am skilled at muscle testing too. That's how I detect your parasites and how I detect, find out what herbs you need and toxins you have, all of that. I am very fast and very skilled at muscle testing. So now I have a special invitation. If you would like to kickstart your health in 2024 and get off this treadmill of sluggish energy, procrastination, inflammation, beliefs that keep you stuck. Yes, beliefs can prevent a person from taking action. So if you want sustainable energy, a radiant body inside and out, metabolic flexibility, and empowering beliefs about your body and health, natural choices for any health challenge. Yes, you can reverse any health challenge. One of the most simplest things to reverse is something called cataracts. So many people have cataracts and don't know that you can just dissolve them easily. So I'll share that if you contact me. So I am doing a special retreat in Florida in February 22 to 26. It's 1 hour north of Tampa. And it's going to be limited to 8 or less amazing women. And I'm going to share so many things that I am skilled with. Envisioning my health meditation. I'm going to share about parasites and how to eliminate them. I have a special app on my computer that measures your stress. It's called the HRV scan. It measures your it measures your heart rate, and it measures your aura, your chakras, your brain waves, your Chinese energy meridians. And like I said, different levels of stress. I'm going to share my red light therapy and so many other things that I think optimize our well-being. So I would love to share with this. If you are interested, check my Facebook page. You can direct message me here. But I've done many retreats already, and this one is specially priced to be sold out very soon. So if you want that next energy leap or shift to happen for you, just call me, and there's just a small deposit required, and we'll all be set. I'm booked a private home with a number of rooms, and it's going to be very intimate and exciting. I welcome you. It's called the Connection and Ageless Energy Retreat. So thank you so much for listening, and Happy New Year. Happy 2024.